Gee, you don't know.
Okay, so the wow, I just got derailed by that. So you guys are making your way back from a rather I would say depressing ending to a Yanti Warren. And actually around the second day back, Zashi, you hear a weird popping as a small little grung with a newsboy cap that looks like bandaged up, but has definitely seen some action. Like gives you a note with a stamp that says "Return to Sender" on it, and then disappears back.
When he hands me the note, I want to actually touch his hand.
He also gives you back like the money you paid for him.
Okay. When he's handing me the note, I'm actually going to cast Lay on Hands on him to help heal him up.
Yeah. You do that.
Yeah. On the second day back, I'll be able to take a rest, so.
Okay. So, the way back was pretty uneventful. You make your way back to Malys. What do you guys want to do?
How?
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I just want to know how long the trip took. Like, so we had to stay a couple nights.
Yeah, because it was 3 days out and then 3 days back, so it was 6 days. Okay. When you get back,
so I'm assuming we stay.
You assuming you stay what?
I'm assuming we stayed in Storm's little dome, or
yeah. Well, you guys figured out multiple ways of protecting yourself from the dream spell, so I'm not too worried about it. As long as Storm was willing to cast the hut. When you guys get back, actually, the city seems there seems to be some like there just seems to be a better mood in the town than there's been in a while. The kobolds seem to be chittering in kobold to each other quite a bit about how there's something smaller than them finally in the town. Yeah.
How's the tower look? That's falling.
Give me just a general intelligence check, I guess.
I like how you assume that Daco is good at intelligence.
I'm not assuming anything. It's what the ability score would be.
Oh,
It's you see it's degraded ever so slightly. It's still not bad. The pulsing of the heart seems to be getting contained by the church right now. It's not because you guys haven't broken it yet. The spell hasn't really shifted.
Thankfully.
Has the top of the tower hit the ground?
No. And actually, at this point, you can now see mainly the shifting is of the top of the tower. Like, you can still tell the tower is going to collapse, like the entire thing is going to. You can now see what most people assumed was like an explosion caught and just frozen in time. You can now see is this kind of crystalline structure. It almost seems prismatic in its color differentiation. And you can kind of tell that it's more solid and emitting light as opposed to an explosion.
Okay. Can I find whatever townsfolk or kobold nearby and ask about what's going on? About everyone seems really excited about something.
Sure. You grab one of the kobolds and there's Zashi. One of the warm-blooded ones made a smaller warm-blooded one.
So with what Zashi knows about the caravan, it would make sense. The hobgoblins had their baby?
Yes.
That's wonderful news. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Sashi would like to go pay her respects, but she needs to find one of the hobgoblins to actually ask if it's the correct time to do that, because the mother and father might still be having family time after the birth.
So it's pretty easy to spot. There's one of the houses. It has a bunch of people milling about and a very tired looking, well, actually, so you actually know that there is no, I mean, obviously there'd be a father, but there's not. The woman who was pregnant, Allie, didn't have the father of the child was not around.
Okay.
But you do see her other children kind of sitting outside the house, look like accepting like various meals and gifts, and like also trying to usher them away at their mom and their now youngest brother is tired, and it's been like a day, so it's not they're not really ready for visitors.
Okay.
But you do know that this is the first child born since you've been here. Technically, technically that's not true because there's been a bunch of kobolds, but the kobolds are actually born in the caves down where Respondent's actual domicile is. This is the first like citizen of Malys birth.
Right. Okay, so Sashi is not going to interrupt the kids or anything like that. She'll head back to the temple and find Bliss to ask Bliss's assistance with prepping a gift for the mother and newborn, like a full care package to be delivered in a couple days after she has some rest.
Mm-hmm.
And then request assistance in prepping a possible refugee area in case any of the Yuan-Ti that got away make their way here.
Okay. It doesn't take much time. What is everybody else doing?
Working with
Bill-
Brutus on the labyrinth.
Okay. What's Bill doing?
So Bill makes his way to the butcher shop, trying to sell whatever meat he can find that he found along the way.
Mhm.
Try to see get money for it. Let people know it's exotic meat where he found it. Blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
Whatever he can get, he'll use for the guild, giving money back. Whoever needs it, kind of thing. And I'll go back and do repairs to Kaylee's shop. He's gonna try to stop by and talk to Kaylee and ask her about some armor or something else that might help him.
She looks at Bill. Is like, I don't have too much that will fit you. Are you looking for something light and maneuverable, or something that's more turtle-like in its protection?
Definitely turtle-like. I have no reason to move at a quick pace, so something that's nice and sturdy that keeps me safe.
She looks around and she doesn't have any plate on hand for you. Not that because she'd have to fit it to you. You can commission her for plate. But she does have on hand splint and chainmail, both of which would fit you. She doesn't have any magic armor. She doesn't really specialize in that very often. You would have to. She actually lets you know if you want some. She can give you like the basic tools, but if you want something with some magical effects, you're gonna have to basically buy it from her, and then Abernathy usually it handles her armor magic infusions.
Well, I'd be interested in that. Do you know if he has a list of things, or should I go talk to him?
I would go talk to him. I know primarily he makes sure people have like he'll just improve the basic protective qualities of the armor, or make them more lighter or more maneuverable. But he does have more exotic enchantments, but I don't know what all he can do.
Okay, well, thank you. I'll try to tip her a little bit. Maybe give her some money just for her time and for the importance, and then eventually make my way to Abernathy after somebody else has a turn.
Okay. Anyone else have anything then?
Since it's been a
I
week,
want to see how. Go ahead.
I was just going to say sell 10 pounds of the Arcanite to Abernathy that I'll then have to split up the money amongst the group.
Okay, I'll get to that in a second. And Whistler?
I want to check in on Morris and whoever's. whoever other followers are helping them on how far they are getting along on building us a boat.
Oh, yeah, they have a pretty nice canoe, large one that would fit about 8 people. The so not really a canoe.
Well, they're building a jet in a boat to use the motor.
Oh yeah. So right now, their biggest problem, and they let you know this, like you actually see like prototypes of these various things, and they're in testing phase. But you can tell that they're having issues like reinforcing it so that the boat is heavy enough that the motor doesn't just like skip them across the water, at which point it would be uncontrollable because your rudder wouldn't work. It'd be like shooting a missile. They when they do make it heavier, what ends up happening is the engine actually causes the wood, because you're dealing with a lot of either flimsy woods or heavy woods, and it'll either sink or it'll crack the boat in half. So they're having problems finding the right material. They think they have a material. They have this very beautiful, looks like an oak boat, but they haven't tested it yet.
Okay. I pat Morris on the head with one finger and then walk off.
Okay. Yeah, and that's pretty much. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, Harry.
So I just want to make sure Brutus got a chance to go to Kaylee, do repairs, anything that he needs for any of his equipment. Also have us stop by together with Abernathy. I'll let Brutus know, and then we can also try to register for the arena. So I want to make sure that Brutus is taken care of in between. Make sure that Brutus gets all the supplies Brutus needs before we go someplace else.
Yeah. Pretty. We'll go to Abernathy because there's 3 people going to Abernathy. So, the first one there would probably actually be Bill. So, Abernathy kind of looks at you and says, "What can I do for you?"
Well, good day, Abernathy. I heard you were the person to go to for enchantments.
Yes, armors, and I can enchant armors and potions. I can also enchant weapons, but generally Kaylee is better. But the enchantments are better if you infuse them into it during the forging process. She's just not all that comfortable with armor, and I can inscribe runes in armor. There's more surface area.
Well, I was curious. Do you also enchant cloaks, maybe, and boots?
He kind of looks at he looks at the boots and the cloak. Like, unfortunately, I usually need something a little bit more inscribable than I can sometimes deal with steel greaves or leather boots and inscribe runes into them by scratching. Cloaks are a little bit harder, mainly because my spell is very language based, and it's hard to. I'm just not that good at needlepoint, honestly.
Well, if I get a metal cloak, do you think that would help?
He contemplates metal cloak for a second, like, I suppose. Seems like it would be pretty heavy to me, but I mean, I guess, I mean, the elves used to weave gold and mithril into their cloaks, and I could probably do something with that.
Well, possibly that works. There's a legend of this great warrior, of the great dragon. I think they're balls or something along those lines. But that he would shed his mighty cloak in time of need, and with that strength, he'd be able to overcome his foes. So I was thinking about that possibly.
I mean, I could make you a cloak that enhanced your strength while you were wearing it, not so much when you shed it. Or I can make you a really heavy cloak, so it's not so much that you become stronger, it weakens you, and so when you throw off your cloak, you seem proportionally stronger.
Yeah, so maybe something like that. So I would think if it's something heavy like that would help, maybe help against knockback or make it harder for me to get knocked back. You know, I might get penalties. We can talk about that, but I'm also interested in the actual enchantments that he has for the armor.
Okay.
So, like Kaylee said specifically certain things.
Okay, so he actually gives you a list of the things he can do. He can, and this is going to be all out of character knowledge. It's probably worded more esoterically than this, but he can make up to a +2 event. He can infuse any armor up to +2, although it's really expensive, like exceptionally expensive. He can add 1 resistance of any energy type, with the exception of psychic to armor. If you want psychic, it has to be a helmet. There's one other thing that I'm forgetting. And then he can enhance the mobility of an armor. Basically, so if it's an armor that does not impose disadvantage on stealth checks, you can make it so it will fit under clothes and you can wear it like in street clothes, so it's hidden. If it's an armor that does normally apply to disadvantage on stealth checks, it doesn't apply disadvantage on stealth checks.
Well, I'll have to take that into consideration. Thank you for your time, and thank you for all the wonderful enchants. I'll probably talk to Kaylee about trying to commission a metal cloak to make it easier for you. But I will keep that in mind. Is there a way that I can get an estimate, or should I try to get that another time?
So basically, he tells you if it's the +1 or resistance, it's going to cost an extra. It's going to cost 750 gold in supplies and labor. If it's a +2 or so the mobility thing is only going to cost 250. If it's +1 or resistance, it's going to cost 750. If it's the +2, it's going to cost 5,000.
And how much for the making me heavier cloak?
I mean, I can just add weights to your cloak if that's really what you want to do. That would be 50 gold.
I will take that right now.
Okay, so he literally adds weights to your cloak. So mechanically, what's going to happen is while you are wearing the cloak, you have advantage on any effect that would knock you back or make you go prone. However, you also have disadvantage on all dexterity saving throws and stealth checks.
Sounds good.
Okay, that's mechanically what's going to happen. I will also say that if you ever spend time at your gym with that cloak on, it's like working out with weights on, so you'll have advantage on the D100 roll for the experience points.
Thank you.
By the way, that's for downtime. The gym you guys have, you can actually spend an 8 hours at the gym on downtime days to get a one D100 roll and get that much experience points for your character.
Yeah. That sounds way more fun than working out in a labyrinth.
Well, the arena, you get the D100 roll with disadvantage, but you also get that much in gold as well.
Naka's busy building these things. He doesn't have time to use them. Gosh.
Okay.
Okay. Tucker had a question for you, Scott.
Oh, yeah, in the chat. I just didn't want to ask it. Okay, so yeah, I just want to know how many hours I had during those 3 days for spell copying time.
Honestly, you can do whatever you want as you're walking back, but you would do it slower. So you'll say you'd have 8 hours a day to spell copy, because you could be trudging back and copying things. It's hard to write and walk at the same time.
What if you wrote on King?
Okay.
You'd have 16 hours a day.
Or my Phantom stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
16 hours is pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's way more than I need before I run out of spell copy and supplies. So
Okay. So you guys, you can do what you want, Malys. You still have a tower slowly falling in the horizon.
Okay.
You have an experimental boat. You
Mhm.
have a boat in a bottle.
Does anyone want to use the teeth and claws we got from Amethyst to talk to Abernathy about making potions or enchantment stuff at all? Or would it be better to take those over to Kaylee for weapon materials?
I think that'd be up to you because I know Bill probably wouldn't know what to make out of each, unless you give training on the way.
So I will say, you got most of you are aware. If you give them to Kaylee, she can make them into weapons. I'm assuming you're talking about the which teeth and claws are you talking about?
So Amethyst.
Okay.
We got teeth and claws. We also got teeth and claws from the anathema.
Okay. So it's kind of you have no idea what kind of potions could be made out of amethyst stuff. Abernathy would make potions out of it. You're pretty sure the weapons that would be made out of amethyst stuff would have some type of psychic effect.
Mm-hmm.
The weapons and claws made out of the abomination or the anathema potions would all be like potions of poison resistance, and it would be antitoxins. You can make a ton of antitoxins with it. The weapons would probably be distilled into some type of poison that you could coat your swords with.
Okay.
The only thing that would probably be different is the teeth could probably be turned into something a little bit more permanent for poison damage.
Well, maybe we could talk about that next time we're in town. We probably don't have enough time right now.
By the way, speaking of that, somebody will give me a D100 roll. Of course. While you guys are having this discussion, you hear a crack, and the tower, seems to have lost an entire floor as debris is like you feel that pulse from the heart that goes over, and the tower just one floor fully collapses.
Okay. Well, I guess it might be time to go take care of the heart. Yeah. I'll just do my common deal with Abernathy for the 10 pounds of Arcanite. And then try to find everyone else.
Okay.
What I'm looking for is I just need to find a place that maybe sells like a wand of the War Mage.
Okay. If anyone has, it's gonna be Abernathy. Go ahead and give me a D100. If I'll say a 95 or higher, he has one on hand. These are. It's not so much that they're that rare. It's that they're.
Nope.
Like when they do come in stock, they're highly sought after items.
Can I tell him to let me know if he gets one?
He can special commission. He can, if you want one, you can commission one from him, and he lets you know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say that it'll take him about a week, but he'll have one ready for you in a week.
Why don't you just ask your big poppy in the abyss? Maybe he'll, leverage some of your soul and get you a brand new wand of the War Mage.
Maybe.
That would be better.
Docker
Yeah,
doesn't want to get this, but I do.
I'm just keeping my options open.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I could get, one of his older edition, staffs.
That are twice the height of you are. Yeah.
He'll just have to figure out a way to make it, miniature sized.
Mm-hmm.
Or a special undead to
Or
carry it
huge.
for you.
Mhm.
Maybe he'll give you a servant to carry it.
Okay.
A zombie goat.
So you guys heading out?
Bill wanted
Yeah.
to do 2 more things.
What's up?
Bill wanted to make sure he went to the library, picked up 2 books, so they can say he went to the library and checked out 2 books.
Okay.
And then he wanted to go to the church and give a little offering since we're actually back. Say
Okay.
thanks for us making it back.
Okay. Actually, go ahead and give me a religion check from Bill. Okay.
You're not religious.
Yeah. It's almost like it's not a nat one, so it's not that mocking, but it's almost like somebody mocking a prayer of some. Like it's not. It's pretty irreverent.
Well, he's doing what he thought he saw.
Yeah.
Whether or not somebody else was mocking when they saw him.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys. So yeah. And then I'm assuming you're taking the day in Malys and then heading out the next day. After you get your.
Got my shield.
Okay. And are you breaking the heart then?
I
Well,
think
how
we're-
are we getting there? We still don't have we've got a big ship that we can't park at a tower and a little boat that's not done.
The boat's done. It's not tested.
Awesome. We could be test pilots.
Okay. Well, then I'm spending that whole day trying to get that engine going.
Okay. Give me a Arcana check. Oh yeah, you got that engine going. Fine. You're pretty sure the boat will hold, too. And you'll have some amount of steering. You're still a little worried about how you're going to control this thing, but
Did you watch that episode of Grand Tour, where they had the jet boat?
I saw the one where they were in that really shallow lake, and the guy kept it.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. That's less of what's gonna happen here. It's you shouldn't have to. The map is not to scale. I mean, the map.
I only have to go 20 feet.
Yeah. That's exactly how that works. Anyways. So, unless there's some other concern, you guys will head out. So you're taking you're taking the boat with the engine.
Yeah.
And you are breaking the heart. Or or do you want to take the heart all the way to the shore and then break the heart to get your things made?
We have to take the boat all the way to the shore, so probably the heart as well. Break it.
Yeah,
We don't want to break it and carry the boat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna say all of your followers and probably a good amount of kobolds are helping you out with this because normally it's not that hard to carry a boat, but there's a giant engine like bolted onto it, and trailering really isn't a thing. So. Yeah, it takes you guys a bit, but you're able to. Can somebody on the map ping where you plan on setting, where you plan on casting off from? Bueller. Bueller.
I thought probably somewhere right down here, right?
Okay, so you're gonna go.
We'd have to go into the wall. We're
Yeah.
probably better
With
off
the boat.
to go all the way.
If we go around, we could.
Okay, that's
Fair
basically what I was asking. If you were gonna try to go over the wall with the boat.
Because it looks like there's docks right here too. So
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, you get there. You set the boat in the water. It kind of bobs a little bit. And then you're gonna break the heart here.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a D100 check. Jesus, you guys are ruining my.
You're ruining everything.
That's not above 90. That is 90. That's not above 90. Okay.
So tower blows up.
Okay. So you hear a crack, and you see the bits of the shrapnel go over a bit lower in the sky.
Okay.
You feel like you are now on a time limit.
Okay.
Awesome. We're going to be drowning soon, I have a feeling.
Yep. Each of us takes one of the shards, right? And
Mhm.
puts it in some sort of pouch or pocket, and we're going to have to attune to them on our way.
Yep.
Is the boat big enough to fit King, or do I need to send King
Oh
back
no,
to
it's not even
Okay.
remotely big enough to fit.
All right,
It barely fits you guys.
All right, that's what I thought. King will be back in town assisting Bliss in her endeavors.
In fact, you can see Brutus is like Brutus has to be in the very middle of the boat in order to keep the things from being weird. Like there's no way. Like you could put Brutus on one side and all of the rest of you guys on starboard side in order to counteract the weight. But Brutus, and once all you guys file in, Brutus looks really uncomfortable, like a 6'4" man that got stuck in the back seat of a Miata. Or not Miatas don't have back seats, but like got stuck in the back seat of a compact in the middle.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
Like a Mini Cooper. It's okay, Brutus.
yeah. He's. So you guys want to head out? Casting off. Okay, who's driving? Or who's
Oh, I
steering?
totally am. It's my boat.
Okay.
It's like how much ability of driving this is there? Or are we just pointing in that direction and hoping for the best?
I need a. Let me see. Do you have any proficiency in sea vehicles?
No.
He knows what they are.
Give me a dexterity check then.
Okay.
It's not that bad. You're able to. You do like skip across the water a few times, but you're able to get about 200 feet out from the tower. Actually, less than that. We'll say 50 feet out from the tower. And I know you guys just got into a black screen. I will put tokens down for y'all in just a second. You skip and then you land, and the water, instead of feeling like water anymore, doesn't move. It feels like and your boat kind of just like stops, like it's frozen in the water. You can actually hear your engine too. It's been making a it starts making like it's running, but it's running real slow.
I wonder if I can just walk across now. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah,
You sink ever slightly, as though the field of time magic is affecting it, like projecting out just like a little bit from your feet. But yeah, you can walk across the water now.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start, because even though I'm not sinking very much, I'm still pretty sure that I'm really nervous about it. So I'm actually gonna start running towards the tower.
Yeah, Daco's not the sort that's
how
going to
far
take that lightly. He'll run also.
Well, I'm going to put you guys about 10 feet away from the tower because that's how my map is working. But give me a second. Becca, can you zoom out and see if you can see?
One moment.
Yeah, so Bill will be working with the Brutus to make sure that we stay level, since everyone decided just to jump out of the boat since we were worried about it.
Negative. I do not see anything yet.
Okay, I will deal with it in just a second. Let me get everybody on the map, and then I can change everybody's thing as we go. I didn't do this before because I wasn't entirely sure what approach you guys were going to take on the tower, and I didn't want to mess around with it.
This map must be crazy because Roll20 like took a dump the second you loaded it up.
Oh, it's nuts.
Layer upon layer, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's 9 layers to the map.
Oh, wow, I didn't even know you could do that on roll.
I didn't either.
You just had like more default. Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, I see things.
Ooh, I see things.
Well, I did see things and then they disappeared.
And I have control of my token. That's a good sign.
Yeah. I what I wanted to do. Give me a second. Becca, can you zoom out and see anything yet?
Nope.
Why can... Tucker, can I... Now you see anything? Why is it being weird?
Yep.
Becca?
Nope.
Let me see if I can control. Oh, that's why. Because you don't actually have a token yet.
Womp, womp, womp.
It's something whenever I bring Zashi over, for some reason it doesn't...
Weird. Okay, I can see now.
Okay,
Token.
sweet. You should be able to control it too. Okay, so there is a door. I don't, because of the way this map works, I didn't want to have multiple dynamic lighting layers too. So each floor.
Do not have control of that token.
Okay. What in the world? Why is Roll20 is being annoying to me right now?
Here.
I have a token, but that's not from this game. That's weird.
Okay, I threw my token down and I have control over it.
Okay.
I just don't know if I have sight on that token. So you can...
Has sight.
All right, cool. I can see.
Okay. All right.
Huh.
What?
A different token is populating for my character, even when I drag over a fresh one.
I don't know. It's what was in Daco. I don't know why it's that, but we're
Yeah,
gonna go.
like
with
it's not the one I see if I load the bio either. Like I should have that do with the spear, but it's loading Cerix from a completely different game.
Yeah,
It's been doing that for a long time, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, no, about half of the time it has. Half the other time it's actually been the roped Daco.
Yeah. Weird.
Okay. Anyways, so we're gonna start this in just like 2 minutes. I need everybody while I go grab coffee to roll me initiative checks, because from now on we are in initiative.
Make a good roll.
Hopefully.
Ew, what the hell?
Did good roll. I got a 1, right?
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh, what the hell, guys?
We're not doing lower to higher? I thought that's what we're doing.
Actually, how does an initiative bonus of 4 turn into a 5? Well, I guess it's a 1, huh? I can do
Yeah.
math. For some reason, I inverted that. And I was like, how did you do negative?
We're just saving our good rolls for something else, right?
Yeah. I don't care if I go first as long as I can hit things.
I sure hope so, because this is not going well for y'all at all.
Yeah, well, I got the heavy weights. That's why I'm going so slow.
So
Well-
Zashi's got the chat code, the cheat codes this week. Noted. Everyone
Also, my armor also gives me +5 to initiative, so my initial
Yeah.
bonus is +9 right now.
Yeah, that armor is insanity.
Okay. So
Scott, did you want us to roll for Brutus as well? And do you want to give someone give
I
Brutus?
am going to be actually running Brutus for.
Roger.
Of course, I didn't have the initiative tracker open, but that's fine.
Okay, most of us are going to be last anyways.
Does Zashi have a 29? Is that correct?
22.
Okay.
Initiative is +9 because of my armor.
Okay.
But I forgot to click on my token before I rolled that, so you're going to have to add a turn for me.
Okay, I got it. Give me a second. Whistler's initiative was what?
8.
Okay. Storm.
But for
5.
some reason, it dropped them in at 16 when I rolled for the bat. So it's wrong on the turn order.
Okay. Brutus.
Oh, but it lists my own. That's cool.
Brutus got a 16. Taco.
Wait, you wanted pets just to go on our turn, right?
Yeah.
For this?
Uh-huh. What did Daco get?
I'm in the tracker as a 12.
Okay. And then Bill is a 2. Okay.
Correct. But I also see a Bill as an 8.
Yeah, I'm taking
Yeah, I'm in there twice somehow too.
Yeah, I got it.
Shh. Just let him give you 2 turns, guys.
At 23.
Yeah,
Let him give you 2 turns, guys. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I will totally accept that 17 for mine.
I want to earn my death.
Okay, so everyone should be correct now, right?
I'm still not in your tracker.
Yes, you are.
I
Okay,
see
will you
Brutus
see
has
it on your
13.
side then? I just don't see it on our side.
Okay. I see Zashi.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Okay, I have no idea why. Well,
Because
anyway,
roll 20 is roll 20.
roll 20 is roll 20. Okay, so Zashi, you see this huge tower. The door is right in front of you. What do you want to do?
Before I head in, I want to just ask everyone: are we going up or are we going down? Up to the shiny light in the tower, or down to? Wait, did we ever?
You
don't
don't
know
know that
much.
there's a down. I
It's a
will tell
tower.
you that there is a down, but
Yeah.
like you are on what is the ground floor of the tower. Now,
Yeah.
your structure it would make sense that there was something underneath, like some type of support for this, because it's not that wide of a tower, but it's really tall.
Yep. So that is Zashi just guessing. So up or down, guys?
Well, since it's a tower, it's safer to go up than it is down, right?
All right, heading up then.
Okay, so you going through the door.
Try off the boat.
Yep, I'm
You're
gonna.
gonna tie. Oh yeah, so you tie. What are you tying off the boat to the tower? I take it.
Daco is going to make a point of interjecting that if the tower is falling, it might be wiser to scour the bottom before the bottom is gone.
I'm up-
You're pretty sure actually since the tower is falling from the top down, the top would probably be destroyed before the bottom does.
Okay, so I'm just not. Yeah, I want to do the down, whatever direction is towards the earth. I would like to do first. If that's what we're doing, awesome, I'm in.
Okay, so you've
Okay, if Daco feels that strongly about it, then
But we just lose whatever's down there if it gets to the water before we do.
We can always go underwater and dig it up.
Uh-huh. Earthbender, not a waterbender. Good luck with that.
okay. I'm just gonna be like, you're gonna lose whatever on the top of the tower.
yep. So that's why I was thinking we were heading up.
Okay.
Okay, heading up.
Well, first you have to get through the door.
All right, I am attempting to get through the door.
So you're just opening the door.
No, I would love for someone to do some sort of Arcana check because I'm pretty sure it's trapped or something, and I don't want it to blow
Well,
up
it's
in my
your
face.
turn.
Okay, I'm going to inspect the door.
Okay, that's your action. So give me an investigation check.
Okay. $13.
It doesn't. It appears trapped. But you think it's an alarm system.
Okay, does anyone know how to disable alarms?
Go around it.
Okay. Well, I guess that is going to be her turn because I don't want to set off an alarm right away.
Okay, layer action. I need somebody to roll me a D100. Okay, we got to beat 86. As far as you can tell, nothing happens. I will tell you mechanically how this is going to work. Is the DC started at 91 to 100 for the tower to continue to fall. That number goes down by 1 every single turn. This is why you have to be in an initiative order.
Okay.
And that happens at initiative count 20, your layer action turn.
Okay.
So it's Brutus. Has anyone let Brutus know that you suspect the door is trapped?
Yep, because Zashi actually said that aloud. Does anyone know how to disable an alarm? I'm not going through. I don't want to set it off right away.
Okay. That means Brutus does nothing for his turn. Daco.
What's the tower made out of?
It's made out of worked elven stone. I mean, it's not.
So I could try and create a new door.
Yes.
I would like to try and make a new door besides the current one.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
Now, if I didn't know I was going to make so many Arcana checks, I would have trained it. The
stone seems resistant towards your command over stonework. You think you could probably will your way through whatever is fighting you, but this turn is not. It's not bending to your will.
So I look like the dude in Conan who's like,
yeah.
Okay, that's my turn, I guess.
Whistler.
Any open windows?
There's windows. They're not really. You're on the ground level. This was at some point defensible. They look like they're barred. You need somebody probably smaller than you to slip through them.
Anything opened up above me?
Yeah. Second floor has tons of open windows.
I just fly in through one.
Okay. I'm gonna jump you to the next area. It should be to the right on your screen. You find yourself in you still have, so it would have been 20 feet up. Each floor is 20 feet on this tower. Just heads up.
Okay.
You're in a room full of candles. It's very odd. Most of the time you expect fire to, flicker and move. It's like frozen in place. Like in real world terms, it's like one of those cheesy flame light bulbs.
Okay. That's the stair going up and down, right?
Yeah.
So I got 50 feet of movement on my fly speed. So then I fly down the stairs and try to open the door from the other side.
Okay. Easy enough. I moved you back.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's Whistler's turn. The door opens up. You don't think the trap is triggered? Well, actually, you would have been able to disable the trap. And yeah, it's an alarm system. Storm.
I guess I wander on in.
Okay. And there's in the center is a spiral staircase leading both up and down.
All right.
So I will describe this room now. It's not on the map because there are more objects at this point. There is a bunch of guards. You can tell they're guards because they're holding like spears. But they're still frozen in time. So they don't seem to be moving at all. I didn't have Whistler do it because he was flying and he was going towards the door. But I will say if you try to do any maneuvers, I'm going to need dex checks to not touch these people. Unless you want to poke at them, it's up to you. You're not entirely sure what that would do.
Do they have shoelaces?
Yes. We'll say yes, they do.
And they're all through this floor right here?
It looks like there's one on each corner, and since it's an octagonal room.
All right. Well, I'm just going to try to skirt around them to get to the stairs and try to go up as high as I can, I guess, unless we want to deal with something here.
So 5, 10. I'll say you get to the top of this landing for your turn, unless you want to dash.
No, that's fine.
So again, and it would be to the right for you. It's a room full of these weirdly frozen in place candles. It's actually, it would be really pretty. It has almost a cathedral-y look. But yeah, that's about it for that.
All these are the candles. All these things right here.
Mhm.
It looks like campfires everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That would then bring us to Bill.
Yeah, so double checking, we had a brief slash introduction of the tower slash what we plan on doing to get to the tower, so we're all on the same page, right?
Yep, heading up.
We're just heading
Try-
up, but I'm saying, are we trying to claim something? Are we trying not to destroy something? Are we trying not to be caught, kind of thing? 'Cause if
We
not, I'll-
are trying to find things that we could bring back. Art, weapons, armor.
Here to pillage.
But also to investigate whatever is in this tower, that weird crystalline light at the top. Supposedly there is a dragon here somewhere.
Okay, then so Bill's going to be trying to dash and sprint up as far as he can then.
Okay. I will go ahead and where is oops. Not that. Let me, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Just okay, so you would get to, so you're going just straight up the staircase.
Yep, all as far as I can, all the way up to the top.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop you. You pass by Storm on your way up, and you would actually get to the next area, not quite to the landing, but as you get to there, it's even further to the right for you, Terry. You actually come to a room full of cages of various beasts in. They look like they're all kind of yelling at something, but again, frozen in time, so it's not. And there's creatures that you would know as displacer beasts. There's cockatrices here. There's at least one basilisk. It's just a menagerie of some of the more dangerous creatures of the world.
Okay, so then Bill would yell that out to everyone. 3rd floor, animals, keep moving up. See you at the top.
Okay. And that would be as far as you go. In your turn, Zashi.
All right, heading in.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what I see on the floor above me, where Storm is, I might actually continue up after Bill, unless it looks like anything worth investigating in the cathedral you described.
It just looks like a lot of candles. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you pass by. You're dashing, so you would have disadvantage on that.
Okay. $17.
You can actually tell there seems to be something, and only Storm it would be. There seems to be something glittering in this corner over here, in the like it's in the firelight. Something that's not. It was normally hard to see just because there's so much light here. It's hard to see, but there's something metallic on the ground.
Okay, I will point that out to Storm and actually head towards that glittering light. I won't run up the tower.
Okay, give me a dexterity check, please.
All right, just straight dexterity check.
Unless you have disadvantage on stealth, and then it would be a dexterity check with disadvantage. Basically, give me an acrobatics check.
Okay, acrobatics I'm a little bit better with.
Okay.
And
you don't have disadvantage, right? Because you were wearing the scorpion mail, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Except I rolled like shit, so that was a 9.
Okay. So as you do, you knock over one of these candelabras.
Mm-hmm.
And give me a second. Grab it. A weird creature emerges from it, not affected by the time dilation, apparently. If anyone knows what a bomb looks like from Final Fantasy, it looks like that. It's a
Oh God.
fiery face with tiny arms. And it just
It's so cute.
yells at you.
It's so cute. Can we take it home with us?
Can I persuade it?
What is this, sun puppies?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and then that would bring us to the and that's your turn, right?
Yep, that would be my turn because I would have had to use my bonus action to move closer.
Okay, and that would bring us then to the tower. Somebody give me a D100 check. It's now 90 or above. Okay.
Oh,
So
no.
you hear a weird crack as the tower shifts some. I need everybody to make me dexterity saving throws.
Storm, you get to add +3 to yours.
All right.
Does this include people who aren't inside yet?
Those of you not inside, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Bill gets a 1 or the 2.
Where is
The one.
Vashi standing?
Right here.
On the second
So I'm actually above you, but my aura only extends 10 feet.
And it's 20 feet between floors. So, although you were flying, so I'll say you're in the
Okay.
aura. Or actually, you don't have to make the check. You're flying.
Wasn't Storm right there though?
No,
That's what I'm
over
saying.
here.
There's apparently.
I'm on the second floor.
What's that?
I don't know.
I am not seeing what Whistler is seeing. so-
I'll get rid of it. It's confusing. I don't know what that is.
There's another Tabaxi here.
Yeah. It was very weird. Okay.
I'm multiplying.
Well, I have a Tabaxi token right now too, so that's a good thing.
That's
that was
Oh, maybe that's what he got rid of.
Yep,
He got rid
my,
of you.
my token is now gone.
Yeah.
It's okay, guys. I'm just going to hang out
Sorry,
some Curtis. Enjoy your adventure.
This is how it is. Oh my God.
Okay,
That's
so
an interesting check. Not a
everybody
dexterity
that
check.
got below a 10 is knocked prone. As the tower
Oh, yeah.
shakes.
course.
Anyone? I'm sorry.
You said I was knocked prone. I have the weights now to help me not
Oh yeah,
be
you have
prone.
advantage on this to not, which is a good thing.
So I'm going to roll again?
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Okay, so you're not knocked prone. That was Storm got knocked prone, correct?
I got
Nope.
12 because
Yeah.
I have the aura. So
Okay, so you're fine. The bat was actually probably
The
didn't.
bat, that was my roll. I didn't roll for the bat.
Yeah,
But-
but well, technically you were flying, so there's no way that you would have been affected by the shaking of the tower.
No, I landed.
Okay, so you get knocked prone. As you fall on your ass.
I landed to open the door.
Yeah. Which, as you do, go ahead and give me another acrobatics check as to where you're at. I need to see if you fall into somebody when you do this.
Okay. Why is it not? There it goes.
Yeah,
Probably.
you definitely fall into somebody. And as you do, like, suddenly their eyes light and they go, "Intruder!" and will try to grapple you.
Okay.
So give me an acrobatics check against a 23. And
And my 22 is not going to work.
yeah, so you are now grappled by who's now like struggling with you and but he looks really confused. He's like, "Why is no one responding?" You get the sense that if you guys touch anything, your Aura extends to them.
Fun times.
I'm okay with that. Brutus is right there to bail me out.
Okay, and this bomb goes before Brutus because I'm sure the bomb has way better dexterity than Brutus. Who will make a swipe against Zashi. I'm pretty sure 9 misses.
Yep, that misses.
And it slightly grows in size. Uses bonus action to slightly grow in size.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh God.
Bill, I touched something weird. Now there's this weird, cute, round thing that's getting bigger. It seems to be trying to attack me. Don't touch anything that looks like it might be aggressive.
Just don't touch anything.
It is now Brutus's turn. Doc, do you want me to put your token back on, by the way?
I can't see anything anymore, so I'll be dragon blind.
Well, no, I that's what I mean is I should probably put your token back in.
Oh, gotcha.
Maybe.
If you want to play, that is, you know.
I tried to drag one across. I don't know if it worked or not.
Okay, I have your token back in. It still looks weirdly like Storm.
Yeah, I can't see anything at all.
Okay.
So it also plays that it's Storm.
Okay, I'll fix it. Sorry. Daco. Save changes. What about now?
Hey, I can see things now.
Okay. I just want to make sure. So Brutus will go ahead and try to will attack the struggling soldier, I guess. Because it's Brutus. And it doesn't have much in terms of the character sheet filled out, so we'll just do that this way. It's a level. Yeah, wow. That's not actually a character sheet. Anyone know Brutus's stats?
I think she is beat D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. 18 definitely hits. So 14 hits. Okay, yeah, she just with her horns and scimitar just eviscerates this this soldier who dead body collapses to the ground. Whistler, you're free. Okay. It's Bruce's turn. Daco.
I guess Daco is going to enter, and having heard the communication from above, will go to aid Zashi.
Okay. You want me to jump you over there?
Sure, because I don't know where that is.
Okay. Scroll to the right. You're up on all this. You see this weirdly growing fireball. The Zashi is right there. It has arms and like a snarling face. I do need an acrobatics check to avoid hitting these.
Okay. How big is the glowing spherical ball thing?
It is it's about 7 feet in diameter. Yeah, it's easy enough to for somebody nimble to get around and not knock over all these candelabras.
Gotcha. I'm trying to think if I have any way of like trying to encase it in stone, but I guess that's not really a thing. So I guess I will just double elemental strike it for the funsies.
Okay.
Or roll 20 will just stare at me like it's funsies. And there we go.
Well, the 23 definitely hits.
Gotcha.
And it's okay. weirdly, like normally bludgeoning probably wouldn't do much to this, but I'll say because yours is literally stone, you get it seems to be hurt pretty bad by it actually. Like smashes into his head and just turns to you and
I don't like the elven stone either. That's literally my response, and that's all I got.
okay, and that would bring us to Whistler.
Okay. I raise the my new friend,
Okay.
turn him into a zombie,
Mm-hmm. I'll put this
and then I head up the stairs.
Okay, the zombie's real slow. So, but you head up the stairs to the first landing, or do you want to go quiet? Okay, so you see this growing ball of fire.
Line. That's where everyone else is.
Yeah. Storm.
All right. Zashi said that there was something shiny in this corner, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Can I mage hand try to pick it up?
Sure. Give me an Arcana check.
Can I walk with my zombie?
Sure.
Like touching him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I kind of have to assume that, otherwise the zombie will freeze.
Yeah.
So yeah, you pull that. It looks like a ring. Looks like probably too big for your hands, but looks like a ring.
All right. Yeah. I'll bring it back and give it to Zashi, and then
It definitely. You can smell the magic on it. It has 5 implanted rubies along the band too. By the way.
Thank you, Storm.
and seeing what this fire thing is doing, I'm going to start heading up the stairs a little bit because
Okay, you're gonna join. So that was your action to use. So you will get up to where Bill is, which is to the right of you.
my question is, we're in combat, so I can actually use my feline agility to move up
Sure.
higher
Mhm.
to double. But since I'm here with Bill, I'm going to just stay.
Okay, but yeah, if you wanted to use your feline agility to go higher, you can.
Okay.
Okay, and that would then bring us to Bill. Same thing. You're staring at a bunch of cages of animals.
Yeah, they don't look very cool, so I'll go up the next step,
Okay.
see what I can see.
This room just got really, really dark. I mean, seriously, just everything that it looks like.
Okay. Give me a second. It's gonna look really weird on your end for a second, Bill. Okay, so you are going to be now at the top left-hand corner of the thing. You're not actually, and actually, you get as tall as you can. You're actually looking at the ceiling collapsing on this floor you got on. It looks like the stairs would have continued further, but you're actually looking at the ceiling collapsing above you.
Okay, so then I will try to move down since it doesn't seem like there's a way up, and
Okay.
let everybody know.
I will let you know. You also notice a giant pile of gold.
Don't forget the shinies.
Well, so is there a window then close to the pile that I can see out?
Yeah, there's a glassed window. It looks like a stained glass window.
Okay, then I will shout out to everybody what I found, and I will start throwing what gold I can through the window.
Okay. Go ahead and give me give me an athletics check. I'm just gonna keep track of how much gold you actually get.
Can you have advantage to
18.
You're shoveling this pile of gold out the window. It is, which is kind of a weird sound because the gold activates in the time thing, and then if anyone were outside, they'd see this giant floating pile of gold. Because
Very
then
cool.
it hits by the time dilation, so it's just there. But,
Oh God.
Yeah, I pass down everything I can to let everybody else know what's going on as well as what I did. and then if there's nothing else for me to try to throw out the window or try to grab, I'll try to make my way down if I can.
Okay. You didn't. I'll say you're. I'll move you back over to where you were to the here. You're actually still on the staircase. You're 10 feet above storm, but just from
Roger,
how it
probably
moved.
10 feet above, and I will in my turn.
Okay. And that brings us to Zashi.
Okay. Well, if we get far enough away from this bomb thing, it'll probably get caught by the time dilation. But is there like a... Well, Zashi doesn't know much about bombs except for the Molotov cocktails. So does it have a fuse?
No, I'm using bomb because it is. So give me an Arcana check. Whistler, you can do this too. Actually, everyone can do this.
11.
Yeah, it's a weird flamey dude. Okay, weirdly,
Really?
Daco.
I know these things.
You've heard. So the world has what's called Vogeltingers. Vogeltingers are creatures that are infused with mild magic. While it's never happened before, oh, Whistler, you're very much aware of this.
Show off.
Well, it's never actually happened before. You're aware that there is a theory that says that if latent magic got so powerful, it could actually create what are called living spells. And you're pretty sure you're staring at right now is a living fireball.
Oh. In slow-mo, I'm guessing. So.
All right. Do you guys let Zashi know that?
Awesome.
I will tell you with that 20. So, Daco, I was just going to give you this living fireball. Whistler, you're pretty sure if you cast any spells in this area, that you're not entirely sure what's going to happen to them. They might go off as normal.
Is my mage hand real? Is it like, does it have a face on it?
Oh, actually, yeah, I forgot about that. Can you please give me a, as you stop concentrating on your mage, let's start concentrating your mage hand, it doesn't disappear. In fact, it becomes like from the Addams Family, that thing.
Cool.
Okay.
One less thing to concentrate on, I guess.
Except you don't control it. Now it wants to strangle you.
Okay.
I could probably persuade it.
So Zachi still thinks that if we get far enough away from this living fireball, that it'll get caught in the time dilation. So I guess she's going to disengage and head up to try to see what Bill was talking about, that we can't get higher.
Okay. So I grabbed the fireball, not you. Give me a second. You head up here. There's a bunch of cages. You can actually kind of see that. So you could get to the next floor from here. By the way, it's to the right. This is the cages. You can get to the next floor from here, but then beyond that, you can see that the stairway's collapsing, that everything's kind of blocked off.
Okay. And from where I'm at, I can't tell if we could throw a rope or something. I'll wait for everyone else so we can discuss.
Okay. And that would then bring us to, and you should count 20. So somebody give me a D100 check. It's now 91 or higher. So nothing happens.
Thank God somebody starts rolling lower.
Where's Shayna when we need her?
Right.
It is now the fireball's turn. We'll move to. It's pretty stupid. It'll move to Daco.
I did piss it off. So
Yeah. I don't suggest being in a small room with a living fireball.
And it misses. It does, however, then use its bonus action to get bigger.
as a reaction, I'm going to use Sudden Pillar because that's like my new bread and butter, apparently. And I'm going to create a 5 foot tall, 1 inch thick pillar that grants 3/4 cover.
Okay. It's now Brutus's turn, who will, I guess, dash up the tower to get to there and seize the living fireball. It's now Dako's turn.
So I put my wall there, I guess. Well, looks like we're not sticking around to fight this slowly expanding fireball. So I am going to take off up the stairs after Sashi.
You okay? Let me move you up there. So you're to cages.
Okay.
You could again move further up, or you could be here. I will let you guys know. So there's a displacer beast kitten. Pretty much all of these are babies, by the way.
Oh, perfect.
Take
I
them.
always wanted to displace her beast.
There's like 3 warg pups. There is a Remoraz, a child, like pretty much any of the monstrosities you can think of are in this thing.
Okay.
It is piled high.
I'm going to continue on to the next floor because I have very little interest as Dako in these creatures, much as it kills me to bypass a displacer beast pup.
Don't worry. Storm will talk to it.
Any other character that I play probably would have had an interest, but Dako is not a pet kind of guy.
Okay, so you find there's still a decent pile of gold. You can actually see even this floor is beginning to collapse. Like, it's part of the way he was able to throw gold outside the window is that even this place is unstable. I don't have the ladder there just because you came up from it, but yeah, as you look up, the entire area is collapsing. You can actually see broken halves of weapons. Like, if you look out the window, broken halves of weapons and like books all like on fire and falling.
Oh, that's a shame.
Save the books.
You get the
Right?
sense that the armory and the library were above you.
Oh, we already missed out on the books.
We have
Well.
a chance to save them if someone can fly.
Yeah, Dako cannot fly. How far down are these books that are falling?
You can see them outside your window. They're technically up.
Oh, so I could earthbend out like a shelf possibly to catch them on as they get down to us.
If you want to give me an Arcana check, sure.
You know what? I'm going to find a way to train this Arcana. This is poop. I have a book on earthbending. Maybe that'll help. I'm going to sit down and read that instead of working on my... Yeah, no, I can't apparently bend a shelf. This is silly.
You bend the shelf. It's just like... You don't know this. You think it's it's in the perfect position. Any casual observer would be like, you didn't really factor in angle of fall or anything, and so you're pretty sure it's not gonna.
Well, I guess then I'll just work on scooping up some gold.
Okay. That brings us to Whistler.
Okay. I look at the hand that Storm just created, the little thing hand, and then I make an illusion of a 5-foot bucket of water overturned above the fire thing's head.
Okay. It literally has an intelligence of 1, so I'm going to roll this right now.
I think Whistler was trying to see if his illusion becomes real.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I know.
Stop concentrating on it and we'll see.
I love this. It's so weird.
And
And
started to think of-
fails the check.
Yeah. Okay. It's not its turn, but it looks frightened of the bucket of water.
Okay. And then I will start walking up.
Okay.
I'll have my zombie behind me. So 20 feet or whatever his movement speed is.
You get barely up to the next floor. As you're dragging your zombie behind you. Yeah, you see the same thing I've described to everybody else with the gauges. And that brings us to Storm.
I guess since there's some confusion going on about what's going on up the floor above, Storm is going to see if he could go talk to this displacer beast.
Okay. Give me a second so I can move everything. It would be over here.
Kitty to kitty. How you feeling?
Again, they're all frozen in place, so like,
I will touch it.
okay.
Yeah. Can I cast Speak with Animals? See if I can persuade him.
Your displacer beasts are actually more intelligent than Speak with Animals allows you to work on it. You do actually hear in your head though. Food.
Yeah, I look in my pack and give him some some jerky and stuff. See if he likes that.
And he shakes his head at it, like fresh food. And that would be about your turn. I'd imagine.
Just
yeah.
point.
I'm just going to be like, I'm sure we could find some fresh food if you
go
come
ahead and
with
give
us.
me a persuasion check.
Ooh,
Excellent.
28.
You new caretaker? I like you.
Cool.
Okay, and that brings us to Bill.
Yeah, just double checking with everybody. We have a plan if we're going to go up or down, because we can't go up unless somebody makes stairs. There is gold, so I will keep going and getting gold out until we can't anymore. So I'll go back up and try to toss more gold out the window.
Okay, I'll say with that action, you get all the gold out the window or out. It's gonna fall into the water, but it's probably safer for it to be outside of the tower than in the rubble of the tower. You'll be able to collect it.
I was definitely pocketing gold too.
So since I can't actually go up, I'm going to climb and then be halfway out the window just in case if I need to jump out the window.
Okay, so
Bill,
what I'm gonna do is you can actually climb out the window and you can end up on this pillar, and with acrobatics checks, you can like super anime like jump along the falling stones and make it to the other to the next floor.
Can I just climb up?
No.
Since I have climbing speed.
Oh yeah, if you have climbing speed, it's easy enough.
I didn't know that was an option.
Sorry. Make it to the next floor. Sitting right now. There's weapons everywhere. You're pretty sure this is where the armory was at. There's also a bunch of like various books on various states of damage and on fire. And standing right in front of you on your screen, it'll be to the right of where the gold was. Is that? Staring at it now, it looks like a giant star opal, egg-like in structure.
So if you want, I'd like to get a rope and anchor it, throw it down. If I need to use my action surge, I'm willing to do that, as well as shout to everybody else what else I found up here. This is the way up.
Okay, yeah, you don't need to use your action surge. It's your action, but you haven't used your action yet. So yeah, easy enough. You throw down a rope. Okay, so that brings us to Zashi.
Okay, so we're in a room with all these little monstrous creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Like a pet shop.
Yeah, she knows Daco and Bill are working something out up top, have not told us outside of what we've heard. So Zashi is going to do, if you'll allow it, she's going to try to touch one of the wargs and the remoras and try to convince them to come with her.
Okay. Give me a second.
The
'Cause I need to check.
remoras is coming either way. It just doesn't know it.
She just wants to give it the illusion of the option.
She wants to give it the option before she, takes away its choice.
Insight check.
So I do need a you don't speak warg or goblin, do you?
I do not.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me a persuasion check with disadvantage with the warg, and then I have to check something about the Remoraz.
15.
The warg doesn't seem aggressive. The warg it's just one pup that you've been able to unfreeze. There's 2 other pups. You know that, right?
Yes.
You've managed to. It doesn't seem aggressive to you, but it is scared of you. You get the sense that these things are probably not pets as much as like lab experiments.
That's what Zashi was figuring, is that they were lab experiments.
Now they are pets.
In the persuasion, it's I would like to set you free. You're going to have to stay close to us because of some weird things going on. But I would like to get you out of here.
Yeah, the issue is that you don't.
I don't speak Goblin or
Oregon. That's all the words speak. So it doesn't quite understand you. For the Remoraz, I need an animal handling check. That's what I was seeing. I was seeing its intelligence score.
Okay, this one's not going to go as well. 11.
The Remoraz will go ahead and try to bite you. Now, it is a baby Remoraz, so it's not nearly as powerful, but...
Does Storm understand the Remoraz since he has communicate with animals up?
Yeah, actually. Looks tasty. It is an 18 hit?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to throw a sack over the Remoraz cage and tie it back.
It's a big cage. I mean, even a baby Remoraz, a Remoraz is a huge monstrosity. So even a baby Remoraz is like your size.
Okay, I'm going to have to throw it out the window.
People won't drown. It's fine.
We'll catch it with the gold.
Okay, give me an athletics check. We'll see how well you are able to move this cage.
There's going to be so much stuff flying out of the windows of this tower. They're stuck there.
14.
Okay, you're able to drag it a little bit. The warg, by the way, freezes as soon as you let go.
All right.
Brutus, lift the cage.
Don't worry, I'll come back for you, word puppies.
We're going to take all of you home.
We have a labyrinth to keep you in. It's not at all a reverse dungeon. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's Zashi's turn. Now I need another D100. Yeah, nothing happens. Okay, and then we come to the living fireball, who will make an attack against Brutus.
Oh, that's right.
We all left Brutus downstairs.
I'm pretty sure 19 hits Brutus. Let's see, it is currently huge. So that means it deals 66 points of fire damage on a hit.
Ooh.
I feel like even Brutus was smart enough to know what was going on there.
He hasn't gotten a turn yet.
It
takes 24 Brutus takes 24 points of fire damage. And then the living fireball will use its bonus action to get a size category bigger. It is now gargantuan. You're not
how big? How
That
big
would
is
put
it
it
in
right
that
into the
tower?
bucket of water. Is it smart enough not to do that?
It actually drops down to the ground. Actually, I forgot about the bucket of water, so it actually has disadvantage on the attack. So Bruce might not have gotten hit. No, Bruce got hit. But it does actually lower. It is now you guys can now see this roiling fire like in the stairwell below you.
Oh man. So I'm gonna throw this out there. Does anyone able to make everyone else able to fly? Maybe we should grab as much of this as we can and try to go out the window. It looks like that thing's gonna explode.
It is now Brutus's turn. Brutus would be like, you want me up there?
Yes.
Okay, Brutus will.
I have a question. What happened to Daco after the tower phase?
Taco is next after Brutus.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And then Brutus will. Brutus, damn it, Brutus will go up to you guys. And like, oh, there's a lot of animals here. And then I will say Brutus will go ahead and make his attacks against the fireball as he's leaving. Within at 20. Actually, Brutus is able to kill the fireball.
Yay, Brutus.
You get the sense it doesn't have a lot of HP. It just deals a lot of has the potential to deal a lot of damage. And if
we don't have to deal with that on the way back
exploded,
down.
it would have knocked over all those candelabras down there.
That would have been bad.
Just curious, is it actually like a Final Fantasy bomb where every time you hit it gets bigger?
No, I gave it a bonus action. It has to make it. That was once it got to gargantuan, it would use the bonus action one more time to explode.
It was doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It was just
And Brutus, I'd like to say Brutus would be getting the attention of one of the creatures that nobody else is trying to grab, just to say that Shana can grab a creature.
Okay.
I'm sure she would.
Somebody. I'll figure it out. We'll figure out what she grabs. Or Brutus grabs. I think actually Brutus goes to see this kind of antlered creature with beaks and vicious talons. There's a peregrine and starts being like, "Pretty birdie, pretty birdie." In fact, it's in like a bird cage. Like it's. And that brings us to Daco.
Daco would like to reproduce what Bill did and go up to the next level of the tower.
Okay.
And if he can grab a falling book as he's leaping through the air, he will.
Okay, I went ahead and moved you to the next part. Give me an acrobatics check for trying to grab a book.
Really good at these skills. Oh, I'm actually not horrible at that one.
Okay. Yeah, you grab a book.
Yay!
It's definitely an Elven. The title says musings of a says musings from an arch chancellor. It looks like some type of politics book, but
I'll give that to Zashi since she's in charge of some property around here.
okay. So same thing. There's weapons scattered everywhere here. There's actually I didn't model them on this layer of the map, but it looks like there's forges here that have been like blown to pieces. So there's like licks of coal everywhere, like floating in the air. And then walls of weapons. This is kind of why also looks like some of the books are on fire. It looks like those coals are burning all the books.
Gotcha. Do any of the weapons look formidably magical at all?
Pretty much all of them. They don't seem to be made out of metal. They seem to be, well, they are, but it seems to be that special blue metal that Kaylee is always after. All of them are made out of that.
Daco's gonna start scooping up magic weapons.
Okay.
Tossing them out the windows. Not the window people might be coming up.
But there is no window here. Like the walls are gone. You're sitting on a collapsing roof. If it collapses again,
Gotcha.
I will let you guys know. But Bill and Daco are pretty aware. If it starts collapsing again, you guys are probably in deep shit.
Okay. Either way, I'm
oh.
go to the party. I'm throwing magical weapons towards the boat.
Okay.
Good call.
If I had a high enough Arcana score, I would make a rock slide to the boat, but we know that's not going to work out well. I'm just not even going to bother. I'm just going to throw it towards the boat.
Okay, I need you throw over a bunch of weapons. Whistler.
Okay. Seeing what Zashi's trying to do, I reach out to grab her hand.
Mhm.
And then I pull my zombie and try to put his hand in your hand.
Okay.
and I give my zombie the whistly signal to do whatever she says as my bonus action.
Oh, I should mention on your turn,
Babysit for me.
you hear like a weird rattling or clanking, and walking up the stairs is a bucket, like sloshing around with huge eyes.
Do 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 do.
Oh man. Is my hand coming upstairs too with
Okay.
this?
Uh-huh. Your hand is like like trying to poke the candelabras, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be moving them very much because it's not particularly strong. But it seems
Thank
to be
God.
trying to like. It actually does seem to like be trying to push him over. It's just not heavy enough to do it, and it's on the ground. So like it. Like if it were able to like jump up and smack them, it could probably push them over. But like
I'm gonna have to.
it's
Words
pushing on the
with them.
base. That brings us to Storm.
Well,
All right.
yeah. So I haven't finished
Oh
my
yeah, I
turn.
haven't done your turn yet. So it was
I
like,
just, I'm going upstairs.
okay. Are you going to the gold pile, or are you going even further up? Because you can fly, right?
I'm going up to where everyone else is. Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, no, I can't because I used my bonus action to command the zombie.
okay,
But I am going to where everybody else is and where they're all finding books and weapons.
okay, so you can see them kind of because again the ceiling's collapsing, so you can probably see their feet from where you are when you get up there. There was a gold pile, top left corner, by the way, if you wanted to look.
I'll dash to get there. I mean, I'll use my action.
Right, the stairs are gone. They had to go up a rope. You can climb up the rope if that's the way you want to go.
Okay. Yeah, I'll dash up the rope.
Okay, so you're up here. Yeah. Okay. And that brings us to Bill.
Bill's going to use Daco's great idea and start chucking other things as well, as long as he can see that there's no way he can climb up.
There's nowhere up to go. Most of the other, like, it looks like the rest of the floor is disintegrated. It's all dust at that point.
Okay, and the crystal part that you said in the middle?
Yeah.
Is that...
That's it. It's easier for me to not change its but yeah, it's like this star opal color. It's like every color of the rainbow with little flecks in it. It's
Okay.
very egg-like.
Does it look like I can take it out?
Define take it out.
Remove
Yeah.
from its location and move it out the window.
It's extremely. It looks like it's extremely heavy. You think you might be able to do something with it, but you'd have to basically make a DC, I'll say 30 athletics check to move this thing. This thing is unbelievably heavy.
Get Brutus to come help you.
Well, we'd have to get Brutus up there. So basically, if it looks
I
like
can
I
do
can do it, I'd like to try to take a piece of it off. I
Okay.
can try to do that.
Give me an attack roll. You definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
6 points.
Okay.
Magical blunt.
So you hit it. You think this thing is harder than that amount of damage. You'd have to do a little bit more damage in order to actually take a chunk off. But when you do hit it, I need a D100 roll. Where are we at? Was it? I need.
Still be at 90 unless you roll down.
Yeah.
The last one was 90. It's now an 89. So,
Yeah.
I need Whistler, Daco, and Bill to make dexterity saving throws.
Doesn't that
Featherfall.
normally happen after my turn?
Wow.
Yeah, and I haven't gone yet. I got
I
skipped.
hit a crystal. I hit the crystal.
Yep. So I don't actually think it's time for this yet.
It's
I hit the crystal.
he hit the crystal. He triggered this.
Oh, got it. Got it.
I'm impressed.
So Featherfall. So
Yeah,
let me.
if we're falling, I'm hitting Featherfall.
Okay, so I still need dexterity checks, but it's going to be a little bit different. Like because of the Featherfall, you're not going to take damage. It just depends upon where you guys end up. Okay, first off, I have to change the map.
Yeah, that got better real quick.
Go.
I feel like it got better.
Don't think we want to be up there.
No, I don't think we do.
I think we need to stay here with the zoo and try to get everything out.
Yeah.
So let's see. Bill, you will actually fall. You will still be featherfalled. You won't take any damage, but you fall all the way to the ground floor again. Whistler and Daco, I will give you the option. You can either fall one floor down, you can fall to the cages, or you can go all the way down to the ground.
I'll take one floor down.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I need to be when that cage floor falls.
So this is what's left of the gold room?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's again not on the map. You actually, it's one thing that since Whistler was never up there, there's summoning circles here, like a teleportation circle.
Gotcha. The weapons that we were throwing out, were they slow falling, or like did they just
actually when they happen? So you also everybody hears as the gold and all the weapons actually fall around Bill too. There is some. It actually looks really weird because they would have like stopped in time as when they hit the water. So some of them are like halfway submerged. It's like things suspended in acrylic somewhere. It looks very weird.
Bill can collect those and put them in the boat now. It's cool. What about the egg thing? Did that vanish completely, or
it's now on the cage floor? It managed to accelerate.
okay?
But speaking of which, those on the cage floor, anyone who oh, I skipped a floor. Sorry. That was my bad. Wow, I skipped an entire floor. Forget what I said, but yeah. The cage floor people can actually see it. You guys can't. It seems to be between floors right now.
Okay.
And taking out the stairwell on the way down.
Holy shit. Not good.
Since my turn got skipped, can I go?
Yeah. Your turn didn't
I
get...
was, I was before Bill.
Okay, yeah. Storm, sorry. And Bill, what's up?
I was just gonna say, if I need to use my action surge, I'll try to grab whatever books I can, since people are worried about books getting with water. So
Okay.
if I can save any of those on the way
Yeah,
down.
I'll let you do that. But Storm, go ahead. Sorry, I don't know how I skipped your turn.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and cast tongues on myself and start running and touching like wargs and whatever and try to convince them to come with us.
Okay, give me persuasion checks.
I'm like, we're in a time crunch here, people.
I will say that you were able to do this with any of the monstrosities that have language. So that's wargs, displacer beasts,
29.
winter wolf. Yeah, you have a. Yeah, you have the 3 wargs. You have 2 winter wolves. The displacer beast is already convinced. Trying to think of any other monstrosities that would. There's a baby giant eagle that's all about it.
Cool. And then I'm going to be like, so are we heading back down? This seems pretty precarious, and so I don't know if I want to take a menagerie down through all those things down there.
If we stay on the stairwell, it should be all right.
Yeah, I'm just going to lead them down the stairwell and just be like, stick together, come on.
Okay. Bill, turn we already went with. Yeah, you have a. Do you want to go to the next down floor then with your menagerie?
Yes.
Okay, so I would have moved you back to the candelabra room. Zashi.
All right. So I am going to attempt to put a leash on the Remoraz so that it can come behind me, and I'm going to give it some like jerky or something before I do this. And then I am also going to start heading down with the zombie and the Remoraz. I don't know if there's anything else I could grab in here that would be small enough.
Okay. You're gonna have to give me another animal handling check for the Remoraz.
17 this time around?
Okay, you don't so much get the leash around, but the Remoraz bites onto. You get the leash on the. You grab the zombie. The Remoraz bites onto the zombie and isn't like letting go. So you kind of have that.
Works for me. It should make it easier to bring it down.
Okay, so you drag a zombie with a baby Remoraz attached to it.
Yeah, and there's nothing else small enough in the cages I could just grab and take with me, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get into what they are, but you grab some because there's also some like they look like jars, and there's definitely some like weird buzzing in them.
All right, I'll grab what jars you will allow me to, and head down.
Okay. So you have 2 jars, a zombie with a Remoraz attached to it as you head down. I now need the D100 again. It's back up to 91 or above because... Okay, 30, that's fine. Bomb is no longer a problem. Brutus will be like, where are you, everybody going? Picks up the Periton and heads down.
Brutus and his bird.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us to Daco.
I'm going to safely navigate down to the cage room.
Okay, I'll move you down there.
And then there, I would like to start metal bending open the remaining cages that couldn't be moved, so that when time does restore, hopefully these things can, not drown in their cages. Yeah, I'm giving them a fighting chance at least when time starts moving and they're going in the water.
Okay.
See, Doctor's not a horrible person.
So that's your turn.
Yeah.
Whistler.
Okay, so what is in this room? Because we kind of skipped it because
Yeah, because you ran past it. There was 2 teleportation circles. One of them's gone, but one of them is now in the air. And it's actually weirdly seems to be active. Like you can you can actually see it splitting open in air.
like someone was coming in right when the Can I see the split? Well, no, because it's coming in from our side. Yeah. Does it look like it was opening from our side or opening from their side?
It looks like it was opening from our side. Like it's really hard to see, but you can almost see like the toe of somebody's boot, like somebody who's leaving.
You know what? I'll help that person out. I'll push them through because I'm a nice guy.
Okay. It seals up. And
then yeah. But is there anything else in this room?
No, the gold's gone. The circle is inactive. You don't have time to examine it. Your natural inquisitiveness knows that you probably could have learned teleportation circle if you had time to study this thing. But
yeah, but I don't. So I'm going down the stairs.
Okay.
Anything left in the animal room?
Well, Daco is in the middle of opening all those cages. When time starts again, it's going to be a interesting nightmare of because you have a bunch of prey animals and a bunch of predator animals that haven't really been fed, and like they're also all going to be trying to escape because they all look like they're in various modes of distress. So whatever happens is going to be super gross.
Okay.
It's nature.
Still just going down.
And again, you can see that weird egg thing that Bill hit, floating above you.
Hit it.
Like it's still suspended in the air?
Yeah, because it's affected by the time dilation too. So it's like you can see it slowly crashing through everything.
Okay, but this is the big gym thing, right?
Yeah.
How big is it?
From this view, you can now tell that it is 10 feet tall and around 8 feet in diameter. You can actually, and from this angle, because light is actually shining through the top of it, it is definitely an egg. There is something in there.
It's the dragon. Kill it.
Awesome. I did see Bill like try to move it and kind of almost move it, right?
Yeah.
I will levitate it.
How?
If it's over 500 pounds, that doesn't work.
It's way over 500 pounds.
But I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and fail anyway.
I'm still doing it.
I don't know how strong Bill is, so I don't know how much he can move.
He pumps iron.
Now you know he's probably got like 480.
I just
Okay.
needed a 33 to move it.
So is that Whistler's turn? Okay. That
Oh
brings.
yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay, that brings us to Storm. I didn't forget your turn this time.
All right, I'm just going to keep on going downstairs and try to get these creatures out into the boat, I guess.
Okay. So you run to here, and yeah, you get your creatures out to the boat.
Cool. Oh, hey, Bill. How's it going?
It's been better, but it's pretty good right now.
Is that it for Storm?
Yeah.
Okay, that brings us to Bill.
And Bill will start saying hello to Storm, fancy meeting you out here, and try to shovel everything he can into the boat.
Okay. You guys are shoveling gold and weapons and animals into the already extremely tight.
I think most of us are going to have to hold on to the edge of the boat as we go back and get dragged. through the water.
Okay. And that's it for Bill?
Yes, it is.
Brings us to Zashi.
All right, I am continuing down with the zombie and the remoraz.
Okay.
Probably going to need to do another animal handling check to try to get a leash on the remoraz in case it.
If you're trying to leash it, yes, I need another animal handling check. It seemed pretty content with eating Whistler's zombie right now.
The problem is once it's done eating the zombie, I still need a way to. 13?
Sure, you get a leash on the remoraz. I'm a little confused as to what a remoraz leash looks like, but sure.
It's kind of like a harness.
Yeah, it's kind of like a harness that goes behind its head, but also behind its like first set of legs.
Okay.
So it's got a lot of legs. Probably a good thing Shayna's not here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to look one up because I didn't know what it was. I'm like, oh, God. That's a thing.
So another D100. We're now at 90 or above. By the way, I wanted to point out I had no intention for this tower to collapse this fast.
Our rolls are, of course, against us again.
Okay, and that would bring us to Brutus, who will continue down and get their animal to the thing.
The void.
And Daco.
Okay, that's really weird. I just lost vision. Wait, nope. I got moved with Brutus. Sorry, never mind.
Did I get all the cages that were there to be gotten, or should I be dedicating more turn to?
You have all of them.
Okay. For my next grand scheme, I'm going to try and create a resting point for this falling egg to slow it down, since it was like stationary on something on the previous floor, right?
You're pretty sure on the very top floor, judging by the shit you've seen around you, at some point it was actually floating on an anti-gravity disc.
Gotcha. So I'm probably not going to be slowing this thing down then. Okay, then I'm going to continue going down.
Okay. You want to head all the way down to the first floor?
Yeah, there was nothing else of interest on that floor except for exploding fireball things that sound like a horrible idea.
Okay, so you make it to the first floor. You guys can still head down. You still haven't found the dragon you were looking for.
I'll keep dashing down.
Okay. Oh, you're dashing all the way down. Okay, so you
Well,
get
whatever's next. Like, because we haven't been to the next place yet, at least.
Yeah, so you end up at the landing on the next floor. There is a ladder going even further down. You think you're, by the way, this would be just down from the first floor.
So this would be underwater, technically?
Yeah, you're underwater here.
Okay.
You think you're in some sort of laboratory.
Ooh, nifty. I will investigate the laboratory.
You use your action to dash, right?
Yes, I did. So I will do nothing this turn.
Okay. Whistler.
I will let Whistler know. Hey, Whistler, I think I found a laboratory down here.
Hey, do eggs count as creatures or as objects?
In this case, it's an object.
Okay.
It's a prison cell.
The only reason I'm doing that right now is because I already said that it had a hardness rating, which is only a thing that objects have. So.
Oh no, that's cool. I just was asking. I wanted to know what spells affect it and don't.
Yeah, we'll say that this one is considered an object. If it makes sense that it should be able to affect it, I will allow you to cast something that would normally require a creature.
I suggest that you hatch. I mean, damn.
Because it is kind of in that weird. It's kind of like a corpse where it's kind of both. So I will rule that you can do either one, as long as it makes sense.
Actually,
What's up?
okay, so yeah, I will follow down. I'll follow Daco down in the laboratory.
Okay. Let me bring you over there, and then. So I'm gonna if you can see the candelabras now, if you go mainly down, but slightly to the left, you'll see your token, and then you'd be here. Okay, so yeah, it's a darkened lab. There doesn't seem to be any light, but there's a bunch of like the entire west wall is covered with various workbenches, all with books and manuals opened up to them. But it would have taken your action to dash here.
So, like me, you are stuck in awe. Oh.
And then Storm.
All right. So is everybody just going down or what?
Securing the cages and creatures and then going down, I think.
All right. Yeah, I guess once I'm done getting everything settled in the boat, I'll start heading down.
Okay, it's an action to get everyone settled, but you'll get down there. And yeah, same thing.
All right.
Bill, and this we'll get past Zashi and do one more tower turn, and then we will call it for today. It is now 11.
Yeah, so Bill will take his time to try to find any wood or anything that it looks like it would float and start trying to make it into something that he can put extra stuff on top of. Because as we said before, we might have run out of room. So try to get what he can. Just to put together
There
a
is
makeshift platform.
plenty of debris around here. There's like entire bookcases. Just give me an intelligence check with proficiency. We'll do it that way. And I'm assuming you're going to just make it like a makeshift barge. You think it might float?
Okay, awesome. That's all Bill's gonna do.
Okay. That brings us to Zashi.
Same thing Storm did, get the Remoraz and the zombie situated where they're not going to eat
Give me an
anything
animal
else.
handling check.
Okay. 16?
Okay, yeah. You think the Remoraz would be content for a bit, and then you're heading down.
Yep.
Okay, and then last we'll do one more D100 check. It is 89 or above on this one. Okay. And that is it for today. I hope everybody had fun. That was
Thanks, everybody.
I really
Yep,
didn't
yep.
expect the tower to collapse that quick. There was a lot of cool stuff up.
That's cool.